All right, what is up, guys? Matt with Ice Picks here, and interesting day yesterday. Took a push on Qatar, but my weird strategy actually, I guess, somehow paid off. So we did take home a little bit of profit on the YouTube POD. I already erased those banners, but basically we had El Garofalo score in both halves, and then we had the other team score in both halves. Salia, I believe it was. Salia did not score in both halves, but Garafa did. That was plus 190. So we end up taking home a little bit of profit, even though the POD actually pushed. So today we're coming with a play that cannot push because I am not going to push today. We're going to Iceland, one of my favorite countries, and this is probably the best Icelandic slate that I've seen in at least 2 or 3 weeks. Um, 3 units. This is a big play for me. Valor team total over 1.5, minus 130. I absolutely love this play. There are quite a few reasons I like this. Um, we'll get into it. So Valor is actually in pretty mediocre form here. This is a team that I actually watch play very often. And one thing that's really interesting about their mediocre form is they've still managed to hit their team total in 6 of their last 8 games while only winning 2 of those games. That's very, very impressive in my opinion. On top of that, Valor's team total head to head is actually 5-1, even including games they've lost. So I'm expecting them to come out punching, firing today. And I do think their numbers are a little bit skewed. Here's why. They got back, they had 2 straight games with red cards, which has actually never happened to them in like 10 years. Um, so they were missing key players in practically 4 games. Or I guess technically it was 3 games. So I think their form is a little bit skewed. They did go through kind of an Icelandic gauntlet, other than not playing Breidablik. I really like this. They're playing a half Narfjordor side today that is really kind of struggling. They're conceding 1.67 goals on the road. Valor scoring exactly 2 at home. And Valor has also hit this team total twice while down a man. So I really, really like our chances today. I think this should be a homer spot because Valor need to win this game. Money line is even today, but I'm gonna just like I just said, they're in horrible form. They've won 2 of their last 8 games, and they've hit this team total 6 out of 8 times during that stretch. So I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with this team total. I absolutely love this game. Um, as long as Peterson is on the field in the first half for Valor, they should definitely get one early in this game. Um, they need to score on some set pieces. Some problems that Valor has been having is they can get so many corners in a game, and they haven't been doing anything with them. And that's one thing they've kind of struggled with lately. And I expect them to come out against a side that is just really not playing well and have Narfjordor, who have won once in their last 6 games on the road, to really just kind of come out there, smash them in the mouth. Hopefully, we can hit this quick. I think this could definitely be a quick win. And I have one Champions League play today, so I'll drop it. It's not going to be the YouTube POD like this one is, but I will drop this. I'm only taking one play, and it's only one unit play for me. In my opinion, right now, most of these Champions League and Europa Conference qualifiers are pretty much just donating to Vegas. It doesn't matter who you are. It seems like nobody is winning every single day, which is actually absolutely mind blowing because in the last 3 years, have not seen anything like this. However, Cyprus and Israel are 2 of my favorite leagues, and I had a very, very good read on AEK Lunarka from Cyprus last week or last round when they played Midtjylland from Denmark. I really liked Lunarka's spread in that first game. It was plus 1.5, and then both teams scored in the second game. I really, really have a good feel for these Cyprus teams. Today, Maccabi Haifa is playing at home against Apollon. In my opinion, Apollon did finish first in Cyprus last year. My opinion is that AK Lunarka have the absolute best offense in that entire league. I will stand by that and I will take that to my grave. And obviously, Apollon did finish first in the Cyprus League, but I have seen all these teams play very often. In my opinion, Anorthosis is the team with the best defense. Um, People can argue that. That is my opinion. The difference between Apollon and AAK Lunarka, who we got to see play last round, is the fact that Lanarka just seemingly drew everybody because both teams to score would hit in pretty much every game, and half their games would end 1-1 or 2-2. They took a ridiculous amount of draws. On the flip side of this, Apollon was a team that kind of just found greasy ways to win, very gritty team. They're not They're not really going to be coming out with the same exact squad that they had last year. And they're also rusty. They did play Torino in a friendly as their last game. Torino won that game 1-0. Obviously, Serie A is kind of my thing, and I will tell you that Torino was not trying in that game and did not really sub in any of their players to the 65th minute. And they also did not really even play most of their good players. And I would probably take Haifa as an underdog spread if they were playing Torino. I will say that. I really like Haifa. I like the way they've been playing, and Israel is a very, very, very tough place to play. What I really truly like about this game is the fact that Haifa at home, leg one last round. I had both teams to score that game. Barely hit. Haifa tied it like super late in like the 90th minute. What happened was they went out, they gave up a really quick goal, and then they scored 4 times in the game, and all of them were offside. And they were definitely offside, no arguing that. And then they finally scored late. They just had a ridiculous amount of shots. Then they traveled to Greece, which is one of the hardest places to play, especially Piraeus' stadium. That is not an easy place to play. And then smacked them in the mouth and won 4-0 on the road. That is extremely impressive. So they've scored 5 unanswered goals. They're playing a Cyprus squad that has not really played a competitive match in months, and in my opinion, are not the best team from Cyprus. So I really like Haifa to win this game. Again, I'm not really big into these Champions League qualifiers right now. I'm not really loving them, so I'm going to take my plus money swing and take both teams to score no on top of Haifa to win. Plus 118, I think it's really good value, and I really like our chances in this one. But that's going to be my only Champions League play of the day. And of course, YouTube POD right here, 3 units, value team total over 1.5, minus 130. So as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. And let's see if we can hit this POD today.